Hello everyone! Welcome back to Planet Zoo. We are once again in our One World Zoo. Today is International Seal Day, so I built a habitat for the gray seals. They are currently the only seals we have access to in the game, which is fine. It's fine. Seals are one of those animals I kind of wish we had a couple other species. I'm not truthfully sure how many different species there are of seals. So I am gonna, it's International Seal Day. It's all about education and learning and things like that. And so I am gonna look up and see how many different species we actually have. I think that would be a good thing to know. Like, I know obviously like there's leopard seals in the Antarctic. And you have the gray seals in Europe and North America. So I know there's a whole bunch. There's at least this one says there's elephant seals, there's monk seals, elephant seals. How could I forget about elephant seals? Obviously. Crab eater, leopard, waddell, bearded, hooded, harbor seals. So the harbor seals are the one I was thinking of. Spotted, ringed. The ringed seals are also the ones I was thinking of too, because they live in the Arctic. Harp seal was the other one I was thinking of as well, because they are Arctic Ocean as well. And then obviously the gray seal is around as well. So yeah, there's a bunch of different types, so I would definitely be curious to see if, now that we have the aquatic pack and we have that deep diving ability, if we can have more seals. Maybe we don't need the leopard seal. I understand why we wouldn't have a leopard seal. They tend to be pretty, well, that's hard. I think the leopard seals get a bad rap because there's not that many predators in the Antarctic. You have the killer whales, you have the leopard seals. I think elephant seals live in the Antarctic as well. But then you've got penguins and birds. So you don't have, the Antarctic isn't a huge variety, not compared to some of the other places in the world. So it is interesting, would other seals get as much of a reputation as the leopard seal has if they lived in a similar environment? Although I think the ringed seal might have a bit of, I don't know, I think, no, because the ringed seals, they're one of the ones that the polar bear hunts. I think that's one of the things, you get the seals that are either hunted by polar bears, or you get the seals that are hunting penguins. It's almost what it feels like. So then you get the gray seal, which doesn't necessarily live in an area. I don't actually know if the gray seals are prey to anything. I don't know if they get hunted. I know the gray seals are protected in the US and in the UK. But I'm not sure if... Yeah, I'm not sure if they are eaten by anything. The harp seals. The harp seals are the ones that live mostly in the ocean. Northernmost regions of the Atlantic Ocean and a little bit in the Arctic Ocean. Okay. They're the cute little white fuzzy babies. You know, there's a ton of interesting information about seals. I've talked for 5 minutes about seals. Which is fine. Like, I'm literally just placing all the rocks in this game. I decided I was gonna do an underwater viewing exhibit, which obviously I think this is the first animal we've really done that. We could build an underwater viewing area. I think we kind of did for the hippos, and we kind of built that little like pavilion type area with the food and everything, but I just wanted a true like underground rocky area for these guys. So that was what I was going for here. And I do actually really like how it turned out. Like, the time and effort definitely, for the most part, paid off. The hard part is like, again, this animal doesn't have much foliage, so it didn't provide me with an opportunity to really practice that. But tomorrow's video is gonna be bears. So it's World Bear Day tomorrow, and so we're gonna do the different types of bears we have, which I'll go over that tomorrow. I'm not gonna spend International Seal Day talking about bears. Okay. Sorry, I'm reading about seals. I was reading about southern elephant seals and northern elephant seals. I guess I didn't realize there were 2 different types of elephant seals. See the things you learn with a basic Google search? Basic, like first website. 17 different types of seals. So that's kind of interesting. And they live anywhere from like the Mediterranean Sea, the Caspian Sea, there's the Hawaiian monk seal. So that's actually, I didn't realize seals, there were that many different types of seals. Like, I knew there were more, obviously, than the gray seal. I want to say I knew off the top of my head about 5 or 6. I wouldn't have done the difference between the elephant seals and like the monk seals. And I don't think I really have ever seen a bearded seal, which is interesting because it is an Arctic seal. And I'm usually, if you guys couldn't tell, I'm usually pretty good with the Arctic areas. That ecosystem is very fascinating. It always has been. The hooded seal. Have you guys ever read about the hooded seal? The hooded seal is really interesting. This seal inhabits the deep waters in the extreme north of the Atlantic Ocean. The hooded seal has a silver or bluish-gray coat with scattered black blotches and spots. Its flippers are heavily clawed, while its foreflippers are useful in steerage and not propulsion. The hooded seal is fairly antisocial, and it only congregates during breeding and molting. The pups of this hooded seal are born in a uniquely advanced development form and are weaned after 4 days, which is the shortest lactation time acknowledged for any mammal. The pup survives on its fat reserves while on the ice after the mother abandoned it. Like, oh wow. That's crazy. I had no idea. yeah, I've loved doing these different days and like getting a chance to really explore the different situations and stuff, and like even the Zoopedia that you get in game is actually like very informative, and I enjoyed reading all of those as I've been going through all the different animals. So yeah, this one, oh, the Goliath beetles. Good lord. The Goliath beetles are just something else altogether. It's crazy how often I have to be like, and empty the exhibit, and empty the exhibit. So whenever I build the deep diving thing, it never fails, ever, that I have to go back through and like tweak it a little. Like it's almost like it doesn't register that it's deep, and like I was frustrated because I knew it was deep enough to count. I knew it was big enough to count, and it was just like, no, we don't have any deep diving. We don't have enough. So I was frustrated. And then I was like, you don't have donation boxes. And I'm like, I don't know how I forgot to put donation boxes. Like I guess I had been so focused on like the education piece and putting in like the animal talks that I hadn't put in donation boxes, which was interesting to me, but that's okay. It happens. Sometimes we forget things, and I mean, obviously I haven't really been spending a whole bunch of time with the guest facilities aspect of it. I will, for Zoo Lovers Day, work on the zoo and work on, you know, if there's any animal I forgot to do the education boards for, if there's any area that needs to be a bit more decorated, or I just didn't decorate in their video because it was just a lot for that video or whatever, then I'm gonna go through and do that. And I also hope to add a few more of the exhibit animals that don't necessarily fall in a day. So like the scorpions, they don't really have, and spiders, they don't really have a day. So that is our gray seal habitat. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I hope you guys have been enjoying this series and this zoo. Seems like you guys have a little bit. So thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye guys.